everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Jacqueline and today I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be reading for my April TBR. So I have 8 books on my April TBR, and how I chose these is in my book club. We do a TBR challenge every single month and it usually always changes. For April, we had everyone else pick our TBR for us, but based off of your own like huge TBR list. So I kind of compiled my list into just a like 22 book version of an April TBR, and I posted it in the group, and the first people that had commented the 8 that I wanted to read, or my goal was 8 and they commented 8 of them. Hopefully I wanted to read all of them. And so I'm just going to tell you guys what they picked off of my list, and that is going to be the books that I need to read in April. And hopefully I stick to it. I'm really bad at sticking to TBRs, but I'm gonna try really hard because I literally put like every single book I wanted to read like right now, like just right now, into that list. So I'm excited about every single one of these, which technically you should be excited about all of the books on your TBR, but you know, sometimes you just add ones that you heard about that you're not as excited about as other ones, and you know, all of that good kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and get started with number 1, Her Daughter's Mother. This is actually a book that I got approved to read and review on NetGalley. It's like my first approval on NetGalley ever. I'm just so excited. I don't really know much about it. I'm gonna read a little bit off of Goodreads because I didn't do my homework before actually filming this video, so don't know what a lot of these books are about anymore. So this one says that this is for fans of A Perfect Mother and The Wife Between Us. I've actually read both of those. Both of them I only rated 4 stars because they weren't my absolute favorite, but we'll see how this goes. This one says, it says, Lana Stone has never considered herself a stalker until the night she impulsively follows a familiar face through the streets of New York's Upper West Side. Her target, the anonymous egg donor she'd selected through an agency, the one who's making motherhood possible for her. Hungry to learn more about her, Lana plans only to watch her from a distance. But when circumstances bring them face to face, an unexpected friendship is born. Sounds pretty good, actually. I like the whole like anonymous egg donor thing. Sounds really creepy for this to be like a thriller book. So Her Daughter's Mother. That's what the title is, so we'll see how that goes. Next up, number 2 is A House at the Bottom of the Lake by Josh Malerman. I've been wanting to read this for forever because I read Bird Box back in, I don't know, October or something like that. Loved that book so much, and I've been wanting to read another book by Josh Malerman. Now his Inspection book comes out I think in July, and I'm really excited about that, but since this one's already been out for a while, I think this came out, I don't even know, what does Goodreads say? Came out in 2016, so I really want to read this one, and I think it's also a smaller book, but let's read what it's about. Both 17, both afraid, but both saying yes. It sounded like the perfect first date, canoeing across a chain of lakes, sandwiches in the cooler, but teenagers Amelia and James discover something below the water surface that changes their lives forever. It's got 2 stories, it's got a garden, the front door is open, it's a house at the bottom of a lake. For the teens, there is only one rule, no questions, and yet, how could a place so spectacular come with no price tag? While the duo plays House Beneath the Waves, one reality remains. Just because a house is empty doesn't mean nobody's home. What? How are they playing in this house that's underneath the lake? I don't know. The cover is super cool, so we'll see. I hope it's really good. It has a 3.29 rating on Goodreads. Next up, number 3 is Girl Stop Apologizing by Rachel Hollis. I read her first book, or her other book. I think she wrote like other books before that, but Girl Wash Your Face. I read that last year. Really loved it. It's a great, easy read nonfiction book. And so this one I think is about like actually kind of getting to your goals and stuff. The other one was just kind of like funny stories about like breakups and just, you know, little stories that could help you in life. This one says it's a shame-free plan for embracing and achieving your goals. I don't really think there's much else to say about that, so I'll let you know what I think about it when I actually read it. The next book that I'm going to read is The Similars, and this is like a dystopian YA novel, and I believe that it just came out, so I don't really know much about it other than I think it's this like boarding school, and everyone that goes there is kind of like a clone or looks the same and has to do the same things. I'm pretty excited to read something like that. I haven't read a dystopian novel in a while. I just hope that it's not too YA because, I don't know, sometimes I just get really bored with YA, so we'll see how it goes. But I am like super excited to read it. I really want to like kind of just see what it's about. Next up is My Lovely Wife, and I've actually heard really good things about this. I think Kayla from Books of Lala just read it and she gave it 5 stars. She loved it. But if you've seen the movie like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I believe that this book is kind of like that, where this married couple literally like murders people for fun. And that just sounds absolutely crazy. So I'm hoping that it's a really good thriller. It sounds different than other thrillers that I've read. So hopefully that'll break up some of the monotony of all of the thrillers that I always read. Next up is Wolf Hunter River. And this is the 3rd of a series that I've been reading. And I don't even think it's released yet. I think it releases at the end of April. But I have a copy from NetGalley that I really want to read. And I literally have loved her first 2 books of this series. I gave them 5 stars. If you love like psychopaths and just having a lot of anxiety, like reading a book, then you should definitely read this series. I've talked about it multiple times in videos, and I'm super excited to like actually finish the series and like finish the story and find out what happened. I literally cannot wait. Next up is The Night Olivia Fell, and actually my sister-in-law Lindsay had picked this for me to read here in March, and I just never got around to it yet. So I'm really glad that I'm going to try and read it again in April. I hear this book is absolutely amazing, and I guess it's about this girl that falls off a bridge and has to be put on life support, but they find out that she's pregnant, and so they don't know if they should pull the plug or not. I've heard that a lot of people have cried in this book, that it's absolutely amazing, and so I'm really, really excited to read this. Even my sister-in-law Lindsay said that it's absolutely amazing, so I don't know, like I really don't know which book to read first. And last but not least is All the Beautiful Strangers. I love this cover. It's literally my all-time favorite cover like ever. It's so beautiful, and so that's one of the reasons why I picked it. And the second reason that I picked it is because also Kayla from Books and Lala had said that it was a really good book as well, and so I'm really excited. I forget what it's about, so let's see if I can. So it says that this one wife vanished from a family's lake house without a trace, leaving behind her 7-year-old daughter, Charlie. Years later, Charlie is now 17 years old and struggles with the dark legacy of her family name and the mystery surrounding her mother. Determined to finally let go of the past, she throws herself into life at Knollwood, the prestigious New England school she attends. Charlie quickly becomes friends with Nolan's IT crowd. Charlie has also been tapped by the A's, the school's elite secret society, well known for terrorizing the faculty, administration, and their enemies. To become a member of the A's, Charlie must play the game. Ooh. A semester-long, diabolical, high-stakes scavenger hunt that will jeopardize her friendships, her reputation, and even her place at Knollwood. So this has a game in it. I don't know. Gosh, I feel like I need to read this one first. Oh my gosh, like this sounds so good. It has a 3.87 on Goodreads. That sounds amazing. I cannot wait to read that. Also, I forgot, I have to do a book discussion for the April book of the month that we have in our book club. We usually read 3 different books, and I'm hosting the thriller discussion, and that book is Reconstructing Amelia, so I need to add that to my DBR also because I have not read it yet. So this book is about Kate's in the middle of the biggest meeting of her career when she gets the telephone call from Grace Hall, her daughter's exclusive private school in Park Slope, Brooklyn. Amelia has been suspended, effective immediately. Kate must come get her daughter now, but Kate's stress over leaving work quickly turns to panic when she arrives at the school and finds it surrounded by police officers, fire trucks, and an ambulance. By then, it's already too late for Amelia and for Kate. That sounds really good as well. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be our book discussion of the month for April. You can definitely join in that if you want. I have a link to my book club down below. So we do like 3 books a month. They're all different genres and we discuss those. Plus we also have the TBR challenge that I talked about. And we usually have a couple readathons going on and sometimes some other fun exchanges. So I hope that you will join and become part of our book club. That is all for this video. Those are all the books. So it ended up being 9 books for my April TBR. And I hope I get to every single one of them because they all sound so amazing. Give this video a big thumbs up if you've liked it, and I will see you all in another video. Bye everyone.